The first step in signing a client is finding them in the first place. And how you find your clients matters. I literally doubled my meeting rate just from changing the source of the leads. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the absolute best ways I use to find my dental clients for my marketing agency. I'm also going to be revealing what I say to the owner for each of the ways when I get on the phone with them, because there is a difference. So overall, there's 3 strategies. The first 2 strategies are tried and tested strategies by me, and it's pretty much how I find all my clients that I eventually end up signing. The last strategy is a secret strategy that I know no one else uses, that I've been working on for quite a while now, and I haven't even gotten a chance to implement it yet. So you guys will actually get a chance to implement the last strategy before me. So overall, the strategies that I'm going to be sharing in this video can be applied for any local business, but I'm going to be talking specifically for dental because that's my area of competence. So let's hop into my laptop and get started. The first strategy is Google Maps. And this is a strategy I use to find and sign almost all of my clients. Whenever I hop on the phone with a dentist from this strategy, I'll schedule a meeting with them 12 to 13% of the time. So 1 out of every 8 dentists I talk to, I'll end up convincing them for a meeting with this strategy. So all I do is I find a city and I go into that city and I just search up dentist near that city. So for Calgary, for example, I would just search up dentist near Calgary. I would find all of the dentistries in that city and I would just put them all on a spreadsheet. And when it comes down to calling day, I would just call them one by one. Now, obviously, I do research on the dentistries before I call them, see if they're running ads or not, just kind of see what the situation is, who the owner is, etc. And with this strategy, the thing is, it gives you an endless amount of leads. So with this strategy, you'll never run out of leads because there's an endless amount of cities that you can actually target and reach with this strategy. Now, there's 2 ways you can go about it. The first way you can go about it is you can just, on the left-hand side here, just keep scrolling down until it doesn't let you scroll anymore and you have a huge list of dentistries in that city. The problem with this strategy is that it only gives you half of the dentistries in that city once you get to the very bottom. And with me, when I'm investing money into an area code, since I do get a different area code for every city I end up cold calling, I want to get the maximum return on investment from that city. So I have a different way I use that gives me all of the dentistries in that city. And what I do is I find an area and I just target the dentists in that area. So Taradale, for example, I'll zoom in on Taradale until I get 20 or less dentistries in that spot. And then I'll just, after I write down the 20 dentistries in that spot, I'll scroll down to the next area and I'll get another list of 20 or less. And with this strategy, what I found is that if you do it this way, you'll get all of the dentistries in that city. And with me personally, I like to find any competitive edge I can when I'm cold calling, and me knowing that other agency owners are just doing the easy way and they're just searching up a city and just scrolling down on the left-hand side instead of going into neighborhood by neighborhood. I know they're only getting 50% of the dentistries. So when I'm cold calling, I know I'm calling all the dentistries. So there's 50% that haven't been reached out to by them yet, which I have an advantage of. So overall with this strategy, it's super good for beginners and it's super good for volume because you'll never run out of leads. The only downside with this strategy is that it's very hard to personalize. You can't really personalize it all too well because every dentistry is on Google Maps. So for me, when I get on the phone with the owner, I say, hey, my name is Sarab. I'm the founder of SN Marketing. And the reason for the call today, John, is that I have a way of getting John's Dental at least 15 to 20 more new patients a month through the right marketing. If you have 60 seconds, I'd like to share that idea with you. You got a minute? And that's the intro I use, and that's what gives me the 12 to 13% meeting rate with this strategy. Again, I do research and find out if they're running ads. So sometimes I'll try to personalize it if I can, but very hard to personalize. It's very good for just having a wide range of dentistries to target. My second and most favorite strategy is the Facebook ads library. With this strategy, my meeting rate is 25%. So 1 out of every 4 dentists that I talk to schedule a meeting with me. With the Google Maps strategy, it was 12 to 13%. So only 1 out of every 8 dentists would agree to the meeting. Now my meeting rate has literally doubled just from changing the source of my leads. So I can call the same amount of dentists and schedule twice as many meetings. Now, how can this be possible? What could possibly make up for the difference in meeting rate? Let me explain. The first thing with this strategy you want to do is you want to go to Facebook ads library, add a category. You want to select all ads. With country, you just want to select the country you want to target. And then the keyword, I'm going to use dental as my keyword. And what this is going to do is it's going to find every ad in Canada that has dental in its text or that has dental in the Facebook page name. So for me, I'll get 6,100 ads of dentists in Canada on Facebook and Instagram. Now, this goes back to why the meeting rate is so high, because now when I'm reaching out to all these people, I already know they're running ads, so I personalize my script accordingly. So for these people, I say, hey, my name is Sarab. I'm the founder of SN Marketing. And the reason for the call today, John, is that I have a way of getting John's dentistry more patients through the right marketing. I see that you're already running Facebook and Instagram ads. So if you have 60 seconds, I'd like to share with you how we can completely outperform them. You got a minute? And just that difference in script doubled my meeting rate. Now, why would that happen? The people that are already running Facebook and Instagram ads, they're already looking to grow their practice. They already have a marketing budget they can spend on growing their practice, and they already see the value in Facebook and Instagram ads. Compared to someone who isn't running ads already, I have to convince them to go from spending $0 a month to spending $4,000 a month. If I target someone who's already running Facebook and Instagram ads, I have to convince them to go from spending whatever they're spending with their current agency, so let's say $3,500 a month, to $4,000 a month. So that difference is a lot less, and all I have to do in return is just prove to them that we can actually outperform their ads. Now, this strategy, I wouldn't recommend it for beginners, because as a beginner, you may not know if you can actually outperform their ads. And they'll be a little bit more educated since they'll know somewhat how advertising works. So you won't be able to trick them either. So if you are a beginner, I would recommend you start with the Google Maps strategy, which is how I started. And once you have a few clients on lock, and once you have your service delivery locked down, then you can switch over to this strategy and really take your agency to the next level. So with these people, they're going to be so much more likely to hear you out, because they're already spending money on ads. Why would they not want to outperform them? So with this strategy, you're going to get the highest quality of leads if you're running Facebook and Instagram ads. So let's go into how it works. So again, the keyword that you search up, it's going to find all of the ads in that country that have that keyword in its text or the Facebook page name. One of the things I like to do is on filters, I always select the English filter, because sometimes you'll get some people in other languages, French, Spanish, whatever. So I always like to select the English filter. And then in terms of the results, I like to do keywords that have less than 2,500 results. For a keyword like dental, for example, to see all of these 5,600 results, you have to scroll down for like 30 minutes. Like, you have to keep scrolling down and down and down. It takes a long time. So I like to kind of be a little bit more specialized in the word. Dental is pretty general, so you can search up something like dental clinic, for example, and just add all of the dentistries from dental clinic into your spreadsheet, and you can call those people, and you can personalize your script already because you already know they're running ads. So this one, 740 results. It's a great amount of results to have. And yeah, with this strategy, the downside of it is that you can't select city by city. You have to target country by country. So if you're cold calling, which I do, and I buy a different area code for every different city that I call. So for Canada, like I bought like 30 different phone numbers just so I can target all the cities in Canada. In the US, I'm calling the US now, and it's already such a mission to get all the different area code phone numbers. There's like hundreds of them. So you have to have hundreds of numbers if you want to cold call that specifically, like I like doing. So just keep in mind with this strategy, while the leads are highly qualified, you are going to have to spend a little bit more money buying all of the phone numbers you need for cold calling. But beyond that, it's an amazing strategy. You also want to switch up your keywords as well because you don't want to have the repetition of in there of seeing the same dental clinic over and over again. So you want to switch up your words. For dental, there's so many different things you can do. Like you can do dental implants, for example. You can target services, Invisalign. I like to search up dentistry, dental clinic. I already showed you guys, dental office, those kinds of ads. So I get like a full range. And even with those specific services, it allows you to customize it even more. So if someone's running ads for dental implants, for example, you can call them and say, hey, I see that you're already running ads for dental implants. If you have 60 seconds, I'd like to share with you how we can completely outperform them. So you can personalize your script even more. So yeah, that's why this is my favorite outreach strategy. And this has gotten me the highest meeting rate. My final and most secretive strategy is agency targeting. I've never revealed this strategy with anyone up until this point. It's a strategy I've been working on for quite some time now, and I have been meaning to implement it. So you guys will get a chance to implement it before I actually do. So how it works is you target other marketing agencies and you go after their clients with the knowledge that they're already working with the agency you're targeting. So for example, Popular Dental here, they are working with Audit. How do I know that? Audit puts their footprint at the bottom of every website they work with. So all I have to do is copy this footprint here, type it into Google, and I can find every single client that Audit is working with just because I know what their footprint is. Now, once I do this, you want to scroll down to the bottom of the first page. It'll give you the first clinic here, which is Richmond Dental Care. And then after that, you can just go on all the pages. You can go up to page 6. And again, Great Smile Family Dental, Rosedale Dental. It just gives you a list of all of the websites that have that footprint on them. Now, once you get to the final page of the search results, at the bottom, it seems like you run out of results. But what you want to do is you want to click this part right here, repeat the search with the omitted results included, and it'll give you another list of pages that you can target. So with this strategy, when I was doing it myself, it had about 33 pages. So you have around 33 pages to go through and find all of the clinics that Audit is working with. Now, with this strategy, you can target any other marketing agency. It doesn't have to be Audit. All the web development agencies, they all put their footprint at the bottom of the websites. So there's plenty of websites you can actually target. For me, I prefer Audit just because with Audit, a lot of my clients come from them. So they cancel their contract with Audit to work with us instead. So I have a good idea of how they work, what kind of services they offer. They offer any and every service. And yeah, my clients don't really get good results with them. They get a lot better results with me. So I know for a fact that I can completely outperform any client in this company. So I can confidently go after them and take their clients with the knowledge that they're already working with Audit. So it helps if you know, like for example, I know somewhat how their pricing plans work for the different packages. So I have that knowledge in my brain before I'm going into the meeting. So I can adjust my prices accordingly, or I can just go for performance, charge a lot higher than them, but deliver better results, which is what I prefer to do. So just knowing this, when you're reaching out to the client, you can say this in your initial cold call. So when you reach out to them, you can say, hey, my name is Sarab. I'm the founder of SN Marketing. And the reason for the call today, John, is that I have a way of getting John's dentistry more patients through the right marketing. I see that you're already working with audit. So if you have 60 seconds, I'd like to share with you how we can completely outperform them. And saying that, it's a good mix between the Facebook ads library strategy and the Google Maps strategy as well, because you can still have that personalization in there. And you can also be more specific with your targeting just by knowing what exactly they're doing on their website. So that's audit. I have another company for you guys as well. And yeah, this company is called OpenCare. So with OpenCare, how they work is they operate on pay per show. So they charge their clients per patient that actually shows up to their appointment, and only per patient. Now, one of my clients, they're actually working with OpenCare right now, and they told me they charge them $250 per patient. So if you can match them or do better than $250 per patient, maybe you can offer $200 per patient. You can go to all of these clinics that work with OpenCare, and you can actually tell them, hey, we'll do it better than you with OpenCare, and we can charge less per patient. And they're not losing anything because it's already pay per show. You can even try to pitch them on retainer as well. But this is how you want to find OpenCare. So let me tell you guys a little bit more about them. They use a lot of different strategies to get patients on their website. So this website here, it's for patients. So it's find the dentist of your dreams. You're supposed to enter your address, blah, blah, blah. At the bottom of their website, they have the popular searches here, and you can see all of the clinics they're working with in a specific city. So if we go for dentists in Seattle, for example, you can see all of their clients in Seattle. You just go here and boom, all of their clinics in Seattle are already here. Now, with this strategy, you might think that there's not that many results that you can go after because they only list about 13 cities here. But what you can actually do is, since we know how they mark their SEO for the website or the URL of the website per city. So for example, it's Seattle-WA, which is Washington. So Bellevue is another city in Washington. So even though it's not one of the popular ones, we can just search up Bellevue here instead of Seattle. And then boom, we get all of the results for Bellevue as well. And you can do this with all of the cities they have here. So now we can see all of the dentists in Bellevue as well. For example, they have one dentist in Toronto here. So we can just go in here and type in Ottawa instead, and we can go after Ottawa if we wanted to. So this is a perfect mix because with OpenCare, you can just edit your script accordingly and use the same format for audit, same format for Facebook, and just say, hey, we can outperform OpenCare. We can do better than them, and actually do better than OpenCare, because it's going to be pretty hard to not do better because they're pay per show. So you're going to have to be pretty advanced agency owner to perform with them. I know I can do it. So if you're a beginner, again, you want to stick with Google Maps for now. Once you have some clients under your belt and you have your service delivery down, then you can switch to these more advanced strategies. Because with these strategies, like, you're not going to have an infinite amount of leads like you will with Google Maps, or maybe even with the Facebook ads library. You have a limited amount of leads. So with these leads, you just want to make sure that when you do get on the phone with them, you do it properly and you do it the right way to set your meeting and then to close the client as well. And yeah, with these strategies, again, you know that these people are already interested in marketing because they're looking to grow their practice already. They're already paying these agencies. You know that they have a marketing budget. You already know that they're interested. So again, all you have to do is show them that you can outperform these current agencies, or you can even go for the price match if you want. Had to cut that one short since my battery was dying. But one last point I want to leave off for the agency targeting method is that you want to have a variety of agencies to target. You don't just want to target the two I showed you. You want to get creative with it and find all the other agencies, because most of them all use the footprint on the bottom of the website strategy. So you have a lot of options. If you want to know how to get past the gatekeeper once you contact these dentistries, I made another video for that, and I'll put the link for that in the description. So feel free to check that one out as well. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this one, and I will see you next time.